Yo, what's good, YouTube? We back with another banger. Now today, this is a video I wanted to talk about, but I kind of wanted to see what everybody else was going to say first before, you got to get a little insight before you form your opinion. You can't just make a blind opinion. So we're going to listen to what Cam got to say about it. And then after that, I'm going to give y'all, I know what I'm going to say something before. Cue the intro.
Like, we still can't kick it. The Henny get killed like, no, I can't sip it. You could get killed like it ain't no living. She hit my line like,
Kilo, you tripping.
She clocking my body.
All right, y'all. So this Shannon Sharpe situation, bro. I don't know how to feel about it. I think he ain't do nothing. I don't want him to have done nothing crazy. It sounded crazy in them phone calls, but before Cam talk, I just want to say, you're doing too much, Unc. Just chill. You gotta chill. You gotta play. If you in 37U, play 37U. You don't gotta play 18U and you 37. You not an older lighter. Play your age range. But we're gonna see what Cam got to say about it, and I'm gonna chime in as Cam talking. So let's see what he got to say. Shout out to 4th and 1 too. Shout out to Cam. I rock with Cam.
Here we go, first down.
I rock with Peg too.
Viral moment of the week. Let's see what we got.
Well, it's been heating up, so we have to talk about Shay Shay's world. All right, Shannon Sharpe is under fire right now. It came out to the public that he was finishing up his deal soon with the volume and on the verge of $100 million deal, upwards of $100 million.
Is she trying to take half?
But then allegations came out.
Son of
right? So it's a
21-year-old
woman, I think the age is 20 or 21, accused him, Shannon Sharpe, of rape, abuse, and threats in Nevada.
It sounds so
lawsuit.
bad.
So she filed a lawsuit April 20th against Shannon Sharpe, and this young lady came out, and this lawsuit was for $50 million. But let's just talk about everything that has been happening with Shannon Sharpe and, your thoughts. And
it
just
sounds
talk about the
so
facts of
bad.
what we have seen. Because we don't know the full story. It's still developing, but we have to talk about it.
I think I want to start this off with a very serious note. No matter who you are, no matter the age, no matter the race, no matter
they still gonna come for you.
What the circumstances entail. We do not subscribe to any type of sexual assault of any kind.
No, sir.
I think what's tough about this is that when you talk about the individual Shannon Sharpe, and
Shannon Sharpe was low-key LeBron, like, not LeBron, but like he was clean, bro. Everybody loves Shay Shay. And it's like you gonna put smut on Uncle Shay Shay? He everybody uncle. He like Snoop, everybody uncle. You gonna put smut on Shay Shay?
And this has been a person to me that I can call on as a friend.
And if y'all don't know, if y'all not a real Cam Newton supporter, if y'all don't really watch 4th and 1, if y'all don't really watch his podcast, Shannon Sharpe went to college with Cam dad. It's a small world.
This is a person to me who I can call as an advisor, and just flat out, this is a person who I look up to.
Yeah.
You don't expect to have people of his caliber associated with this type of issue.
For sure.
And I think that's what was, while everybody was taking a step back. And this is a perfect case of facts versus public opinion. And everything I say is my honest opinion.
Yeah. That's what I said before. You can't really
insinuating that somebody's guilty or innocent.
Correct.
By any stretch of the imagination. I hope everything works out. But just the person who, Shannon Sharpe is a person who I hold in high regard.
Correct.
As a person that it's like, he's on. To everybody.
What I just said.
This is not a joking matter, more so to say, hold on, what does the facts indicate? We do know that Tony Busby has been on the front line of trying to expose very well-known African Americans. He was a part of the Deshaun Watson case. He was also a part of,
I didn't know that.
the Diddy lawsuit. He was also a part of the case of Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So what we know as facts has shown itself and constantly showing itself. And I think when you take a step and kind of have your own observation, what doesn't look good, there's multiple things that does not look good.
For one, the age gap, bro. That's like, you was grown when she was born. Like, I don't rock with that. That's a little off. That's a little weird to me, to be honest. You was in your 20s when she was born. That's weird. You was already in the league.
Obvious is the age difference.
What I just say, bro.
And I'm not insinuating anything. This is still this is my opinion that I have. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And this is not me saying like I'm taking the side of, Shay, because we don't ascribe to anybody in a sexual assault case.
Correct.
Right? It's just unfortunate that these individuals have to go through this publicly.
Correct.
And I look at it and will say this to anybody. No matter who you are, be careful.
Facts.
No matter what you got going on, popping, not popping, successful, unsuccessful, just be careful. Human rights is real.
And you never know somebody's intentions, bro. It don't gotta be nothing relationship wise. You just never know nobody's intentions, bro. Protect yourself, protect your people, protect your peace, bro. That's it. Protect yourself, protect your people, protect your peace, bro.
It's real.
No means no. And we're living in a day and age where, yes, like people have the right to feel offended and feel any type of way. Yeah. So that's not denying that specific fact. And as things start to develop, and it's still a developing story.
It is. So we don't know all the facts now.
For sure.
Stuff comes out every day, yeah.
And it's when you see things develop, his image will take a hit.
For
Shannon
sure.
Sharpe has been a person in media that is relatable to the culture. You will hope that he's innocent, but you don't want to be misogynistic to the young lady and to discredit what she feels to be an assault.
Yeah.
So dare I speak on something that is still a developing story. I just know who Shannon Sharpe is to me.
Yeah.
And
Facts.
we've tried to not speak on this case as much as possible as it is developing, because I do not want to be biased. Because I owe a service and understanding that, like when you speak your opinion, it can still come off as
You think it's facts, and you think you hate him or something
I
like
heard
that. Yeah.
what Stephen A. Smith spoke about on his platform, and it was masterfully said. We all have somebody we report to, no matter who you are.
Exactly.
Over this past weekend, I had the opportunity to speak at a Black Effect that was head and led by Charlemagne.
Shout out Charlemagne.
A beautiful platform that he curated with his team. And there was something that he said that I'll share with you. Freedom of speech is not free. Everything that you say comes with a price. Everything that you do also comes with a price.
Facts.
And I've learned this in my own right, Peg.
Yeah, that's what I want to
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
dive into.
But hear me out. And this is why it's so near and dear to me. I had a conversation with Shannon around November, December. Every time he's in Atlanta, he'll stop by the fellowship, have a dinner, and just kick it. And one of the main things that he says, Cam, you got to stop cursing. And I'm like, man, no, bro. Like, no. He said, bro, listen to me. When you playing the corporate game, this ain't you selling yourself, but you got to play by their rules. You gotta ask yourself, does a brand want to align with your moral compass? So when I take a challenge to say, you know what, there's a lot of things that I have to change about myself, and there's people who I take counsel from, the Amari Collins of the world, the R.J. Mathises of the world, the Kristen Myers of the world, the Cecil Newtons of the world, the Jackie Newtons of the world, Kaylin, CJ. Everybody has a way to get through to me when I may be in my own way.
Yeah.
It's not what you're saying, Cam, it's how you're saying it.
Yeah.
Shannon also advised me on that. He's like, bro, what I'm doing in Nightcap and what I'm doing with Shay Shay, it's like, bro, you can do it too. So it hits a little different when this is a person who you listen to. This is a person who you are a fan of.
Yeah.
This is a person who you have aspirations to be as well.
Yeah.
A football player who's evolved into this media juggernaut, and it's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
But to this point where we're living in an era where everybody calls themselves, oh, I'm a boss. But even the boss, in most situations, have to answer to somebody.
Well, that's what I was
Facts.
saying. And I heard this is like the true boss has the most bosses. And meaning that you answer to so many other people that's helping push you and your company on. Whether it's your fans, whether it's your employees. And a lot of times too, it's like as you grow as a businessman, we have had conversations. It's like, now it's a certain level of pressure and responsibility on you. Because there's so many people's livelihoods that is predicated off of the decisions of what Cam Newton is making. You know what I'm saying? Even on this show, this platform of what we talk about, that's predicating on people's livelihood as they feed their families. And, it's a certain level of weight, but it's good weight that you carry because as we talk, and I know Stephen A. said.
That's facts. I get what he's saying. He mumbling, but I get what he's saying. Come on, Peg. He's saying the decisions in Cam's circumstance, the decision Cam make is going to affect 10, 15, 20, 30 more people. Now imagine the juggernaut that Uncle Shay Shay is. That decision he made is going to affect so many people. So many people livelihood, so many people pockets. If he get, what? No more ESPN. All he got is Nightcap and the podcast, and he went from all these deals with different companies and all this stuff. And they all shut him out? Come on now. That's like, you gotta think before you do stuff, man. You gotta watch. You gotta protect yourself. Protect your people. Protect your peace, man. He was slipping, bro. Straight up. There's no other way to put it. He was slipping. He got caught up in the light, just because you got access don't mean you gotta take advantage of it. Chill out, Unc.
You have to stay within certain barriers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of not even just, it's not
Guardrails.
hushing yourself, but it's really, everybody has barriers.
Right.
Everybody has ramifications to keep them aligned, to keep them upright. You know what I'm saying? We just can't be lawless out here and just doing whatever. Not saying Shannon is that way or whatever. I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah.
And just as a man and as a human being, man, woman, whatever, it is, all barriers aren't bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They keep you
Facts.
aligned. They keep you focused. They keep you growing.
Keep you straight and narrow.
So, man, that's just my little 2 cents about it. And
It's not love, Peggy. Don't love. Don't
not
love.
little
me
2
now.
cents. That's
But
just
I would
that's
say
my point about it.
In no way, shape, form are we implying that he's right and she's wrong.
Correct.
Facts.
But what I am saying is just unfortunate
Fortunate that this is a situation
that
period.
this is now public ridicule. And we're playing a game of facts versus public opinion. He knows that he's playing a game that
It's a
has
1v1
millions, if not billions of
1 million,
dollars.
Exactly. It's him
as
versus
a way
everybody.
to say, like, oh, I can't unlock this because I have this. Not only with this particular lawsuit that came out, it was another one that.
Yeah. And even outside of the money, just the morals,
And that's the money don't
the
matter.
morale of just the person.
The money
You know what
don't
I'm saying?
matter.
'Cause
50
money,
million
yeah,
sounds
business is one
crazy,
thing,
but it don't
just
matter.
being able to stand out
It's
in the
right and
public,
wrong.
and like you just said, man, you everybody uncle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even as this situation unfolds, you know, you just hope that doesn't take a hit of just everybody saying like, that's you know what I'm saying? Because when you say that, that comes just with a level of respect.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, for sure. And hey, listen, I'll end with this, man. I think that me personally, I would like to say that I'm a boss. When you think about Iconic Saga, you know, we have a president in Krista Myers who's doing an unbelievable job, and so much that happens behind the scenes. We have unbelievable editors and Double D and Jimbo and, you know, the likes of yourself with filtering what we should publish and what we shouldn't. But this is a word to everybody. The boss doesn't mean that you just get to recoup all the dividends of what the company is. What I've learned to be true is the boss means that you're the biggest servant. So for the people who have this thought process of, man, I get to do whatever I want to do. How you call yourself boss and you got so many bosses that you report to. Yeah, but that's a flex to some, but that's also ignorance to people too, because we all
Report to somebody, yep.
The greatest of the great, the smallest of the small. And to the words that my father would always say, can be mindful. Because one day you could be on top of the world. And the next day,
the world could be on top of you.
On top of you.
Shout out Cam, man. Shout out Cam. Shout out Uncle Cecil too. But yeah, man. Shay, I don't know. I hope, I pray you ain't going, you know what I'm saying? But if you did what they say you did, it ain't gonna be good for you, my boy. But if you didn't, get that bag. And I'm out, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Peace.
Like, we still can't kick it. The Henny get killed like, no, I can't sip it. You could get killed like it ain't no living. She hit my line like,
Kilo, you tripping.
she clocking my body. I can't put my